Welcome. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. We are going to do our pick a card reading today. So I'm going to pull three cards. You can have three questions. Do with the cards as you like, whether you have a question for each pile or if you have one question, choose your card. The first card will be the kind of like the basis of the reading, and then I'll pull three cards for each one. Okay, let's get started here. What are our three cards? Okay, card one, card two, and card three. Okay, take a moment if you so like to. The Four of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. If that means anything to you, go ahead and pause if you need to because I'm going to get started. Okay, card one is the Seven of Swords. So I'm going to definitely have to look. If you're asking a yes or no question, no. If it's something and you say, but I really want this, then you have to really look into it because the Seven of Swords can be about theft, someone taking something, someone being sneaky, someone being deceiving. They're not being honest. It's about not being honest. There are times where I see this card as taking something back, but that's in a reading, depending on where the cards lie and that kind of thing. But with this one just being by itself, it's about, I think this is a warning. To me, this is totally a warning, being careful. Or let's see what the other three cards say. But if it's, again, if it's a yes or no, I'd be really careful to move forward. And if it's just a yes or no, then probably not. But no matter what, there's more to learn. If you're asking a should I or a, even if I'm saying no, there's a reason that no's there. There's more to learn about the situation. It's not cut and dry as you might think. So, tell me more about this Seven of Swords. Let's see. Whoa! I got all excited there. Just don't drop them, Karen. Okay, Seven of Swords. Give me three cards for this pile. That is Justice. That is Queen of Pentacles. And that is Eight of Pentacles. So for some of you, this could be work. There's something. So if you feel like someone's done you wrong or has done something wrong, they will reap the justice of that. We have the Queen of Pentacles, which I feel like is saying with the Queen of Pentacles, with the Eight of Pentacles, there is a feeling like, of reaching goals here. Both those are goal cards to me. But I feel like, too, with that justice, it's saying, like there's something here where this situation's going to be righted. And I feel like what this situation could bring you is leveling up. But there is going to be work that has to be done. The Eight of Pentacles is all about putting a lot of energy into something until you get to those answers. It's not just the answer comes really quick. You got to do the work. And I feel like, though, that there will be kind of an epiphany moment here, with that justice, like learning something or something's righted. If someone was being devious, also, when I'm looking at the cards, it could be like someone's not really being devious. They had to hide it from you because it was the right thing to do. So if it's work, let's say there was something going on and they couldn't tell you because it was, what do you call it? Oh, I can't think of the word. But anyway, like, how work it. Why can't I think of that word? Okay, losing my mind. Um, I want to say secret, but it's not. You guys all know exactly what I'm talking about. But well, for some reason, the word left me. Um, so I do feel like that's the reason. But I feel like with that Queen of Pentacles, you are going to get your reward, and you will have to do some extra work here. Let's go ahead and I want to clarify the. I actually want to clarify the Queen of Pentacles so know more about what that is, but I feel like that's leveling up for sure, like reaching a pivotal time, but it comes from I feel like something was, you will learn something from something that was being hidden. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. Seven of Cups, Five of Cups, and the Moon. Whoa, see, yes, it's learning. The choices. So there was something, yeah, absolutely, that was happening. Seven of Cups that made you very disappointed. Five of Cups. The Moon is about getting that clarity. And I feel like that puts you up a level with that Queen of Pentacles. I feel like this is you realizing you have choices when you're being disappointed. There is that, this is the clarity as well. So I do feel like that's super good. Tell me more about the Eight of Pentacles. What is more about the Eight of Pentacles, please? Okay, tell me about this Eight of Pentacles. Magician. Oh, Three of Pentacles. Absolutely. So the Ten of Swords. I feel like there may be something coming to, yeah, there's something coming to an end here with this Eight of Pentacles, but I think it's a good thing. So the Magician is, I feel like this is back to that Seven of Swords. The Three of Pentacles, this is in some kind of work related, probably situation where you're working with people. The Ten of Swords, I feel like, well, because there was this hidden issue, I feel like that's what's coming to an end. So you will, whatever work you're doing is going to pay off, but it's also because this situation is coming to an end. So there's something here about someone not being honest, and it looks to me like a work situation. And basically, you're going to have to do the work because that's coming to an end, but I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, you may have more work in front of you with this Eight of Pentacles, but I feel like it's because the line's over. I'm really getting strong feeling on that. There's something here with that big time. So there you have that. Let's go on to the next one. Let me pause this for a second here. Okay, so let's get moving on with pile number 2. And that is the Ten of Cups. So that's kind of nice. So if you are asking a yes or no question, the answer is yes. I would also say that I feel like there's something here too about comfort. I would say to also, if you need help with something, ask those people around you, family members, people that you care about, you know, extended family, like, you know, our non-blood, anybody that, you know, it's definitely a comfort feeling. As far as the reading goes, there's something definitely here about a relationship. Definitely here about, I feel like it's about being comfortable in a relationship, reaching that next level where it's a very comfortable feeling. What is this Ten of Cups, please? Wow. Six of Swords, Three of Swords, Page of Swords, King of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. Wow. Interesting for this pile too. My stomach's growling, so sorry if you can hear it. The Six of Swords, Three of Swords, Page of Swords. So what I feel like is happening here, there's something that you're moving away from. And I feel like it has something to do that has made you feel sad. I feel like it's almost like you're separating yourself from somebody. I don't feel like someone's separating from you, but there has been something. This changes this Ten of Cups, but I feel like you've learned something about someone, and I'm going to have to pull one more card. I had the King of Cups there too. Tell me after King of Pentacles. Okay, I feel like there might be a situation like if you were feeling like you needed to move away from something, there's something here about you moving away from something and separating yourself from it. And it's because you've learned something with that. I'm going to clarify the Page of Pentacles, but it leads to Page of Swords. It leads to the King of Pentacles, which I feel like is again a level up. There's something you're learning here. Um with that Page of Swords. Okay, so tell me about the Six of Swords. Let's clarify that one first. Let's see more about the Six of Swords, please. These are just odd combination. They're all swords, though. Eight of Cups. Okay. Three of Wands. 10 of Swords. Yeah, you're seeing that something has come to an end. So the Six of Swords is you moving forward, because Three of Wands to the 10 of Swords, you've seen the end as it should be. So for some of you, this is the end of a relationship, or that's what I'm getting. Let's look at, yeah. Let's look at the Three of Swords. Hate to say these things. Okay, Three of Swords. Tell me about the Three of Swords then. Oh, those swords, guys. Three of Swords. Two of Cups. Hermit. There's been time away from this person. This is someone you've had to spend time away from. The Three of Swords, Two of Cups, Hermit. So there has been a break of the action here. And that's the sadness. I feel like, well, then that means the Six of Swords, looking back at that could be what's coming to an end. But I feel like, too, with that Hermit is the break from this Two of Cups. And that's what's been hard right now. So this does have to do with a relationship, for sure. So then we have that energy. That's exactly what it is. The Hermit with the Two of Cups. And then let's clarify the Page of Swords. Even if I did already, I'm going to do it again because it goes in order now. Can't remember if I did. Lose my mind sometimes. Okay, tell me about this Page of Swords. What? No, I don't want this. Yes, I do. Page of Swords, please. Page of Swords. I've got 3 decks I'm messing with here. Page of Swords. King of Swords. Death. Hangman. Yeah, there's something that you learned about this person, but there's been a change, because there is also, but the Hangman, is a lot like the Hermit. The Hangman is looking at things differently. The Hermit's on a search, but they're both stagnant cards. The King of Swords with the Death is, I think you're learning something here about a change with this King of Swords. So this is the change happening, and the Page of Swords is that aha moment of seeing things in a different light. And I feel like that's what that King of Pentacles is. And we'll go ahead and pull a card on that King of Pentacles. What is that about? Tell me more about that King. What is this King? Death, Strength, Page of Cups. Yeah, the change. Wow. So there is a change happening here. And I think this person's going to come back around. But they also went through something here, and that's why the Strength is there. I feel like this King of Pentacles is someone, doesn't have to be a male, but it's coming back around with that Death card. Things are changing. I feel like there is some different strength here now. And with the Page of Cups, there is some kind of conversation. I'm not going to say it's like things are going to be better, but there is going to be a conversation or a message from this person. If it doesn't do anything, it will absolutely kind of shed your light on this. Is there any advice here? I don't know if I did advice on the last one. Any advice, please? Knight of Wands. I mean, let's go for what you want. Like, do what you want. But don't give up on your passions, and stay focused on your passions. Move towards your passions. Move towards something that you really, 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 really want. That's what I would say that is. There is your reading. And we're going to go on to pile 3. Hang on just a second. Here we go. We're on to pile 3. Is the Emperor. Ooh. Boy, if you're asking a yes or no question, I'm going to say maybe. The Emperor can be a really good card, and it can be a really tough card, because the Emperor can be I'm going to say it, a dick. Like, they can just be mean. They can be controlling. They are definitely leaders, but it can be a yes, because it's about taking back control, being a leader, being all those good things. So it just really depends on your situation. So there really isn't an answer to a yes or no question. whatever if it's advice, it's, take control of something, take control of a situation, be a leader for yourself in that situation. So let's look at the cards associated with this Emperor. Tell me more about this reading for people that picked pile 3. Our pile 3 reading, card 3, whatever. Okay, let's see. 3 cards. I like the Emperor. I'm getting a good feeling. Let's see if that's true. Let's see. 3 cards here. 4 of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, 8 of Swords. This could be, for some of you, it could be something, but I think what it is to, or somebody, but I think, okay, 4 of Swords is that healing. The Knight of Pentacles is, there's forward movement, but it's moving very slow. The 8 of Swords is kind of a reminder of, I feel like you're still feeling stuck. I feel like you feel like you're being stuck because of the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, if you're an emperor type person, you want stuff now. And when things are moving slow, it's very, very hard to really deal with that. You want it now, you want to do it. But there's also a feeling that if this is a relationship, there's something tying, holding it back. The healing is good, the 4 of Swords. The Knight of Pentacles is good because that means I feel like that things are moving forward. But I do feel like the 8 of Swords it's almost, I almost am getting the feeling like you're not going to do that to me. That's the feeling I'm getting. And you're not doing that to me. But let's take a look. Tell me about this 4 of Swords first. We'll do all 3 of them. Empress, Hermit, and 4 of Swords again. So yes, you know, I think that the Hermit time's done. Like there's something here that you had to like cleanse yourself, heal yourself, Empress. You've taken the time to do that, and I feel like the time is over. Then the Knight of Pentacles is going to be that forward movement. You understanding that. Tell me about this, or it could be a person. Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles. Page of Cups, Page of Wands, Lovers, or I'm sorry, Judgment. Yeah, there's a message coming in. I think it comes in pretty strong from someone from your past, or rebuilding something from your past, but it is moving forward. The messages are what going to tell you that. You've got the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands. Pages can bring messages. I feel like it could be something that's really important to you, and it feels good with the Page of Wands. And then the Judgment is about that reboot. It's a rebirth, but I mean, I almost feel like it's a reboot. Okay, now I can do this, and that's the energy. However, the problem is it's not moving fast, and therein lies the 8 of Swords. Tell me about this 8 of Swords. Why do we have this stuck energy? Because that's the frustrating part. When you get those messages and you feel like, oh, this is great stuff, I can get restarted here, things are getting back to normal, or getting underway, bringing back that liveliness. Tell me about the 8 of Swords, please. Ah, 6 of Cups, Ace of Cups, 8 of Cups. Woohoo, all these cups. So there's something here about you, something from the past, a new relationship starting, or a new beginning is starting. And I feel like the 8 of Swords is the process you're doing on, should I walk away from this? And I think it might have been something that you walked away from in the past, but you're considering bringing it back in. Let's pull one more card for you guys too. Tell me more. Magician. I feel like you're going to learn something. here that will help you move forward. So keep in mind, this is a daily reading, or this situation is going to take some time to play out. But the Eight of Swords is more not getting stuck in that same, like, don't you dare do this to me again. That's what I was talking about. The Six of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the past situation is restarting, and you're wondering if you should do it because you're going, I don't want to do this again. I don't, or if there was anything negative about the situation, that's what you don't want to happen again. And I feel like it's just that, like, you can't do this to me again. But I feel like with the Magician here, I feel like there is going to be some clarity. Like all the hands will be shown so that you know exactly what you need to do. And what is advice for this pile here? A Four of Cups. You know, the Four of Cups in this deck, he says, I'm like just all beautiful. And why is nobody paying attention to me? I feel like what it's saying is it has nothing. If you feel like you're not being paid attention to, you probably are. And I mean that by, they're not verbally paying attention to you, but you're on their mind. And I also feel like sometimes when it's the same thing. When we don't feel like we're being paid attention to, is the time to really actually take advantage of that. And that way, if you don't feel like anyone's watching you, you can do you, and you don't have to worry about being a certain way or looking a certain way, or, I feel like it's just like, be you. And that's really important. Be excited to be you, because I feel like that way good things can come in and this situation can prosper, because the most important thing is that you be you. If you're not being you, then do you want the situation at all? Going back to the, I don't want this to happen again. So there you have your reading. And that's it for all three piles. Take care. Hey, hit that thumbs up button. It does help. Have a beautiful day.